for stuff like that. But I mean, I think overall, as far as the pay-per-view, I mean, they are going, Dreamer's in charge of it, bro. They are going old school ECW. And
I mean, let's hope, let's hope that it doesn't open up with the big Impact pyro, all the glitz and glamour, because that's not going to catch it.
And I don't think they're going to do it that way. Dreamer, I mean, Dixie has basically given Dreamer complete control over everything that goes on with this pay-per-view, and that's why I've got high expectations for it. You know what I mean? With Dreamer in charge. If it was anybody else, I would say, you never know. I mean, you want me to take a shot at Russo? If it was Russo booking it, I would say, I'm not so sure. You've got Dream in charge, and I just think that this is going to be,
It's just, to me though, I mean, like I said, I'm not doubting the quality of the actual show. It's just, like I said, the thing I'm doubting, bro, is just how much it's really going to get over. I just can't see it myself. Like, I mean, I know Ryan disagrees with me like hell, but I don't know. I don't think it's going to be
I just think the Impact Zone is so hot during those pay-per-views where they pop for everything and they chant TNA, TNA. I mean, they get loud for pay-per-views when people take major bumps, and I mean, it's not going to be any different when they do the ECW pay-per-view. I mean, it's not going to be anything, you know.
This would have been a great pay-per-view, though, in my opinion, man, to take up to New York, Pennsylvania, somewhere around there. I mean, I 100% agree with that.
They just booked the Philly arena. I mean, they should have done it for this at least.
Yeah, you know what, and I agree with that, man. I mean, I would say the problem with that is you've got that. You would need to leave a travel day for them to get from Philadelphia down to Orlando
for the tapings,
and they're already there if they do the pay-per-view. But I agree, man. I mean, if they were to hold it in, say Philadelphia or the Hammerstein Ballroom, sure. I mean, you would have had a much better crowd. But there are reasons why. There are obviously reasons why, and the TV tapings have a major part in why the pay-per-view is being held in Orlando. You know.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Without a doubt.
All right. Thanks for the call, buddy.
Yeah. Thanks.
All
man.
right. We'll see you guys.
All right.
See you later,
buddy. All right, we still got him calling in, my man. I guess we'll take another one here. Caller, you're live on WZR Radio. What's your name? Where are you from?
Hi, my name's Robert, and I'm from Scotland.
Scotland?
Buddy.
All the way from Scotland. That's crazy. What time is it over there in Scotland?
It's coming up for 3 o'clock.
3?
Damn, support, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, what it is as watching, WWE products on a weekly basis since I was about, 4. I've always watched the British, wrestlers and whatever, and I'm really impressed, like, how many British wrestlers have, got in the product now. They've got Wayne Barrett, they've got Drew McIntyre, they've got Sheamus. So I'm wondering, do you think, Drew McIntyre will get a push for the title in the next year or so, and, do you think Wayne Barrett will be in the top contendership for the title in the next, year?
One thing here, because I'm having a hard time. It's not a shot at you. I'm just having a hard time with the accent, man.
It's got an accent.
Yeah, no, it's all good, man. You said Drew McIntyre. As far as Drew McIntyre possibly being a future world champion.
Yeah, well, I would say WWE title rather than world title, because I think WWE title's got more prestige at the moment than the World Championship. That's just a personal opinion.
I mean, you just brought up, I heard you bring up Sheamus and Drew McIntyre, and, guys like the Nexus crew, my man. I mean, we're talking about an hour one where they are on a youth movement now in WWE, where these Nexus guys and Sheamus, I mean, we saw Sheamus. Sheamus was champion. You know what I mean? So Drew is champion. Drew McIntyre, I mean, he is... Vince McMahon is very high on him, and when you've got a guy, I'll tell you what, Vince is not as high on him now as he was a few months.
He's a little bit in the doghouse, right?
Right.
There's going to be
not Hardy.
Yeah, there's going to be an article coming up on that fairly shortly, but. The deal, I mean, basically they are on a youth movement where they're pushing guys. I mean, The Miz has got that briefcase, and keep in mind that everybody that's ever cashed in that briefcase has won the title. So, I mean, if that's any indication, which it likely is, we're going to have a guy like Miz, who is going to be a future champion in the not-too-distant future. And that's another new guy that they are pushing. You know, I mean,
DiBiase.
Yeah, DiBiase as well. I mean, these new guys. I mean, to say that, you know, are these guys going to have title runs? Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah,
eventually. Eventually, it's just that you've got to build these guys up so that people can take these guys serious and know who these guys are. You build them up. And you make people realize who they are, and then eventually, of course, they're going to get titles. I mean, they're on a major youth movement. Like we said, all these guys are going to get titles eventually. I mean, Triple H isn't going to be around. I think Triple H is, 43?
Yeah, somewhere up there. 45?
45. I mean, these guys, I think he just turned 45, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
But these guys aren't going to be around. 41, somebody in the chat. I mean, these guys aren't going to be around. So basically, you've got to build these new guys up. And, of course, man, they're going to be champions sooner than later, you know?
Yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah. All right, buddy, anything else?
Yeah, just one more question.
Sure.
I was watching Desmond Wolf, and you've been talking quite, recently about the polls and that, and how much the fans want Desmond Wolf, to be a top contender for the title. So why is it now that, I think last week he was contender number 9 in that, and he just seems to be dropping down. Is that because Hulk Hogan and Eric Bischoff are too high on the pro WWE guys?
Desmond Wolf has major attitude issues backstage in TNA, and there was a reason why he is not being pushed right now. And
they said his ego's huge and he's very hard to work with.
That has a lot to do with it.
Yeah.
There'll be an article on that in the near future as well. But there are attitude issues with Desmond Wolf and TNA.
But the thing with Desmond Wolf, buddy, is I think that they just switched the global title to the television title, and I think that's I don't think that DNA is looking at Wolf as a main eventer right now, and I think the TV title is kind of that midpoint between the heavyweight champion and X Division. So I really think that kind of gives Wolf more of a spot to be up on the upcoming TNA Impact shows.
Caller, you are live on WZR Radio. What's your name? Where are you from?
Hey, Lamar from LA.
What's up, buddy?
What's up, bud?
Hey, when do you think the Miz will win the WWE title, or do you think he'll hold the briefcase until like next year sometime?
That's a good question, my man. I would say we've got SummerSlam coming up. I would say sooner than later, man, because in recent weeks, they've already teased The Miz cashing in, and I think they're going to keep it hot. I would say if you want to do it big, and if you want to put the guy over, I would say do it at SummerSlam, man. I mean, do it right at SummerSlam, and then give him a push from there. Do it at your that's just a guess, but I would say, I'm going to go SummerSlam, or Night of Champions.
I definitely agree with you there, man. You hit it right on.
Do it sooner than later. Sooner than later, without a doubt. So that's that. Is there somebody on the line? Caller? Hello?
Caller.
Hello?
It's not.
Hello. All right, so we'll get him out of here. Yes, we're doing all right. Doing all right tonight, Ben.
I know, man. The show's going by quick as hell.
Yeah, no doubt. We actually got to go right now, man. We got 4 minutes to go. I got to give Rob some extra time for him to get set up over on his website. So we always got to get out of here every week. We got to get out 10 minutes early just so I can give Rob that extra time. He is fucking awesome for doing this every week for us, man. You guys don't understand. This guy comes home from work, eats dinner, feeds his little baby, and then gets us on the air every week.
Rob is the man.
It's fucking awesome. This guy is the man. So I want to give him some extra time to do that, and we'll be back next Tuesday night. As always, guys, we're here every Tuesday night from 8 to 10 Eastern Time. And you know what? Before we get out of here, I'll give this guy one more chance. Caller, you're live on WZR Radio. What's your name? Where are you from?
Hey, in regards to NXT, mustache. That's all I'll say. Mustache.
Mustache. NXT mustache. What do you mean? What do you mean, dude?
Wow.
That's it?
Wow.
Is that a joke? Oh. Eli Cottonwood? Is that what somebody in the chat? What does that mean?
I just want to know what the hell. Yeah, I have no idea what the hell that means.
Eli Cottonwood. I guess it means Eli Cottonwood. Does he have a mustache?
I don't even know. I guess.
And with that, folks, we are going to end this shindig. Huh?
Plan. It was a good show. Good show, man.
It was. It was a good show, man.
Quick.
It did go real quick tonight, my man. And then
the next couple weeks will be very busy.
It's going to be crazy the next few weeks, man. We've got the TNA Hardcore Justice pay-per-view coming up this Sunday night on pay-per-view. The following week, We've got SummerSlam. You've got a birthday coming up this Sunday, you said. So
and you got one right after that, buddy.
Well, be safe. We won't see you again until your birthday, man. So be safe over the weekend.
Sounds like a plan, man. I'll take a shot for you.
Everybody in the chat room, big shout out, big happy birthday to Chris Haller before we go. Huh? Big happy birthday.
Anybody? No, guess not.
Come on with me, folks, in the chat room. Come on.
Don't worry. I'll take a shot. I'll take. Oh, thanks everybody. I'll take a shot for as many people are in the chat room.
Everybody now. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Chris Haller. Happy birthday to you.
For many more.
Or Chris Haller.
That's me.
This is Ryan Clark.
That's him.
See you next Tuesday night, 8 to 10 Eastern Time, WZROnline.com.